there was just a stunning and great clip of an interview. John Solomon, who's a writer at The Hill, he's an investigative reporter. He's been one of the ones on to the Trump Russia collusion hoax early on, well aware that it was a cooked up inside the FBI, cooked up attack job on Trump. And, this is where this whole investigation is now heading. It's why Bill Barr and John Durham, the Attorney General, who are looking into this, who are doing the investigation now, they're not looking into just kind of wrapping up loose ends. They're looking into the FBI attempted a coup in our country. The FBI attempted to take down a duly elected, first of all, a candidate, President Trump, as he was running for the presidency. And then after he won, this was a coup inside our own government against an opposition party. A coup happening back as of March of 2016 under President Obama, and apparently involving the head of the CIA, John Brennan, setting up meetings, trying to set up Trump affiliates in some way to eventually accuse him of something. So Mifsud is this one name. We talked about him before. If we have a quick moment, I want to play this quick clip by John Solomon, his interview with Maria Bartiromo.
I interviewed Mr. Mifsud's lawyer the other day, Stefan Rowe, and he told me, and he also provided some deposition evidence to both Congress and myself, that his client was being directed, had long worked with Western intelligence, and he was being directed specifically, he was asked to connect George Papadopoulos to Russia, meaning it was an operation, some form of an intelligence operation. That was the lawyer's own words for this. If that's the case, that means that the flashpoint that started the whole investigation was in fact manufactured from the beginning. And I know both John Durham and two members of two different committees in Congress have recently reached out to get this evidence from the lawyer, which includes an audio tape deposition that Mr. Mifsud gave his lawyer before he went into hiding. So there's a lot of evidence that can be combed through. We can get to the bottom of this, but I think the Barr-Durham investigation is looking much more intensively at a period that hasn't gotten much scrutiny in the American public, and that's that March to July timeframe.
Okay, folks, let me summarize why this is so important, because I still have one more quick story. That guy you were listening to, John Solomon, he's an extremely well-respected and extremely serious and earnest, like the old school actual investigative reporter. He talked to Mifsud's lawyer. So Mifsud, this guy that the FBI relied on as having provided information that supposedly Papadopoulos was interested in emails that Russia had from the Hillary campaign, this whole attempt to set up Papadopoulos and therefore set up the Trump campaign to frame the campaign. What Solomon's saying is that person, Mifsud, his lawyer, has acknowledged Mifsud was a Western asset. He was one of our guys. He was a CIA or FBI appointed guy acting at their behest. So the FBI really did set up this whole thing that launched eventually into the Trump-Russia collusion allegation. Mifsud is acknowledging through his lawyer that he was a Western asset. He was working at the behest of either CIA or FBI, probably CIA, to go set up Papadopoulos to get to the point that they could use that information to kick off the Trump-Russia collusion investigation. This is mind-blowingly important. And I'll tell you one quick headline, which is a really funny thing. I'll turn to our last story then. But what Mifsud did, because he's actually worried about his own safety, as you heard Solomon say, he gave a deposition. He out what happened, and then he's gone into hiding. And the going into hiding part was described as assisted suicide avoidance. He's worried about his own safety, given the fact he's come forward to tell the truth about what the FBI did.